Okay, so this is my mobile app, and it's my game called Pig. So this is a simple dice game. The players take turn rolling the dice. You have a current running score. If you roll a 0, or if you roll a 1, then your score is reset, and your turn ends. If you roll anything else, then it's added to your current score. When you end your turn, then that current score is added to your total score. You simply keep taking turns until one player reaches 100. So for example, hit roll on here. We rolled a 4, so it shows the 4 on the dice, and we can see our score went up by 4. We roll again, we rolled a 3, our score went up by 3, and now we're up to 7. Roll again, we rolled 6, so now we have a score of 13. So then I'll hit end turn. Our current score will go back to 0, and our total score will go to 13. It's player 2's turn now, so I'll roll a 4. Roll a 5, now we're up to 9. Roll another 4, we're at 13. You rolled a 6, we're at 19. Another 6, we're at 25. A 3, we're at 28. A 2, we're at 30. Another 6. And then there we go, we rolled a 1, and our current score is lost. Now we go back, and it's player 1's turn again. Rolled a 4. Rolled a 3 again. Rolled a 3 again. Rolled another 4. Rolled a 6. We'll end our turn. Now our total score is added up. And then once you get to 100 or above, you have to call your win, and so we do that by hitting Pig. It displays a toast saying player 1 wins, and the scores are reset. If you're playing, and say your opponent gives up, or if you give up, or something happens, or you just want to restart the game, then you can hit restart, and that'll reset all of your scores to 0. So now I'll go over the code quickly. So we just have the one layout here in the main activity. And so first I start out, I create two objects or two instances of the player class, just player 1 and 2. Then I create my variables for the different buttons. So I've got the roll buttons, the end turn buttons, the restart, and the pig buttons. And then down here we're listening to all our buttons. And so when the player 1 button is clicked, then we'll take player 1 class, we'll call the roll function, and that'll give us a dice roll. Then we'll grab our dice image for player 1, or for the first dice, and we'll go through and we'll use a win statement to choose the right image to show based on whichever dice set we rolled. And we'll set that to our image. And then we'll go down. If the dice roll was a 1, then our current score is set to 0. Otherwise, we add that dice roll to our current score. We then go and we update the text view so we can display the new current score to the player. Next, we're listening to if the player 1 ends their turn. So if player 1 decides to end their turn, then we add the current score to the total score, and we return the current score to 0. And then we update the text showing the current and the total score. Same things are happening there for player 2. And then when we restart the game, it sets the current score to 0 and the total score to 0 for both player 1 and 2. And then we update the text based off of those variables. We then have the player 1 win, the pig button. And so that displays that toast. And so we take the text, say player 1 wins, give it the duration, and then we create that toast with those variables. And then we simply reset and update the views. Same thing for pig 2. Got their player class. It's pretty simple. We only keep track of the score, the current score, and then we have the function roll, and that just returns a random number of 1 through 6.